Welcome to What I Did Last Week podcast. Well, this should really be said called What I Didn't Do, because again, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I hate it. I hate coming on here and telling you I didn't do what I was supposed to do. However, we did have something that's taken up a lot of my brain power, thinking power, and that is the analytics for the self-storage site. So basically, long story short, we're not getting the quotes that we expect for self-storage. And I know I come across very, very positive here, which in general, I'm a massive positive person. But in business, I'm always on the lookout. If you think about me like a field mice going across the field, and there's so many dangers. There's bears, there's rabbits, there's foxes, there's everything's a danger. And so that's me. I'm looking everywhere all the time, constantly looking for dangers. What can kill me? What can upset my business? What can stop? What can stop this standard of living that I currently have? What's going to be the bump in the road? And so I am literally on the lookout all the time. And I feel like I've found one, which I do think is a realistic threat and to my business, to my standard of living. And I don't mean that business is going to be it's going to implode or anything like that, but I just feel like that if we don't get this problem solved, then it will start affecting revenue in a detrimental factor, in a detrimental way rather. So I've got to look at it. So basically, we aren't getting the quotes in as much as we want to do anymore. So I've had to sit down with a guy called Gavin Shields. I've had to sit down with his developers and go through my numbers and see exactly what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, etc. Because he runs the software Stora, and so we've been sat down for more than 3 hours, 2 separate occasions, going through the data, going through the information, and seeing how we can improve and what we can do better to get the more quotes. And he brought loads of data to the table one meeting. I brought loads of data to the table the other meeting, and I've been thinking how I can improve. What's the factors that are affecting how many quotes we're getting? Because no other factors are at play here. Nothing's changed. Yes, the economy's changed. Now there is obviously the shit going on in Ukraine and Russia. That could have an effect, but I don't think just yet that is going to affect us in terms of people needing and wanting storage, because they need storage. They don't want storage, they need storage. So I don't think that has changed people's behaviors to need self-storage right now, because obviously if you think about it, people moving house, what they do is they move house, and that's been in the offing for maybe 6 months. It's not just I'm moving house now. It's something that's happened 6 months ago, a decision that was taken 6 months ago, and therefore that decision taken 6 months ago has led them down that path to needing self-storage. So I don't think that the events that are happening right now in the world will affect us now. They might affect us in 6 months' time because more people won't be moving house, etc. But right now it won't be. I don't believe it'll be a big factor. So we've been going backwards and forwards with that. I've been going through my Google. Do you know what? I'm super impressed with myself because we've been through our Google Analytics. And sorry, I'm actually wiping my. I've got a mark on my little finger where my ring's been, and not my little finger, my wedding finger. Anyway, yeah. So I've been going through the Google Analytics, looking at all that, looking at all the data, and thinking, okay, how can we maximize this? What is the data telling me that long story short, I've decided now. We currently hide our prices. We at Stormore Willoughby, we hide our prices behind an information wall. So to get the price, you need to put your name in, an email address, and telephone number. Now at Clough Road, you get the prices straight away. I think that's had a detrimental impact, because then I don't think people are actually looking at the prices on the Willoughby one, putting the data in, because they consider the Clough Road prices and think, oh, well, Clough Road, Willoughby, there can't be much difference. And so I think that's the issue. And Willoughby's much more popular than Clough Road, and I believe that, again, that's the reason, because we haven't had a chance to talk to them. The sales process, the sales funnel, we can't go through it like we normally do. So that is a lot of a week. I don't want to bore you too much, but that's basically what I've been doing, because I've been seeing a trend where we're getting less and less quotes. I'm a little bit worried about how many move-ins we get in this month, and last month was okay, but this month's not started very well, and we're halfway through. So yeah, I need to look at it and see what we can do better and how we can improve. And that's a lesson for everybody in business: is don't just be satisfied with the way things are going. Always look how you can improve. So 2 lessons. Number 1, always be a lookout for things that can kill you. Never stop looking. And number 2 is, how can you improve? What is the data showing you? How can you improve? What can you test? and keep iterating and improving. And hopefully then the rest of the business looks after themselves. So that's what we've been doing. This week is Cheltenham week. So it's supposed to be a week off for me where I drink, I watch racing, and I bet. However, I feel as though I drank too much over the weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to be drinking that much. And yeah, I'm just going to take it easy this week. And I want to run. I'm arguing myself all the time about going to the gym, because in the next week you'll hear me complain about my neck. I've already pre-recorded it, but my neck's really hurting. I don't think I should go to the gym. The guy I went to, he said, no, definitely not. You should not be going to the gym, the specialist. So I want to run 30K this week. I've got to run 30K this week. I feel better if I do. I only run 8K last week, didn't go to the gym at all. And I definitely think that impacts you as well. So that's my fitness goal, is run 30K. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to go to the gym. My tasks are much the same as last week. I want to get my Google My Business page sorted, podcast for the rest of March done. I'd love to do that. Advertise to be a guest on another podcast in real estate. I'd love to do that. Framework for Mastermind, design new website for Mastermind. Yeah, all that, and do my courses. But again, like I said, this week I'm not putting much pressure on myself. The main thing I want to do is ultimately get the quotes coming back for Stormont. And I think I found what's the reason, as I've just explained before. So I'm going to implement them changes to the website, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, have a wonderful week. Rock it out, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.